Hi, my name's Ryan English, forum name Hyperbytes, and in this module we're going to look at how to make links. It's surprising how many new users are a little bit confused about this. So I'm going to show you how to create the three most common forms of link: a text link, a button link, and a image link. So I'm going to start with, we've got a simple container, a row and three columns, and in this column we're going to create a paragraph. And I'm not even going to change that text at the moment. I'm going to make that word paragraph into a link, into a text link. So all we do is we highlight the word that we want to change to a link. And then if you look up here, you can see there is an add a link and remove link icon. So I'm going to add a link. So we click out of it now, we'll see it's underlined in blue, which indicates that we link. And if we go over here now in the app structure panel, we can see that we have a link inserted as a child to that paragraph. So we can click on that link. We can then either click on the folder icon and click a file directly. So typically that's what we'd be doing if we're using .NET, ASP or PHP, unless you're using routing. If you're using routing, as I am in this one, because this is a node setup, then you would simply select the route that you want from there. Again, node specific. If you're using Node, clicking internal will mean that the content page will be refreshed, but the layout page will remain unchanged. So it allows for a smoother and quicker transition between your pages. So that's a straightforward text link. That was pretty easy. We're now going to go into a column, and we're going to now go into a anchor image. What an anchor image is it's an image that is wrapped within an A tag, so that basically that image becomes the text effectively of the link. So we have to set two things here. First of all, we need to choose the image itself. I'm just going to choose that from our assets folder. We'll have a little Super Mario. And where do I want that to go to? We click on the anchor image section of that. And again, just as we did before, we can either click a page itself, or if we're using routing, we can select the route to which that's going to go to. Nice and straightforward again. Last one we're going to look at is the anchor button. So if we choose anchor button, the anchor button works in exactly the same way as an anchor image really. I'll just give that button a bit of colour. We see our button there. All we've got to do with this is literally choose our anchor button and pick either our file or our route, depending on how we're designing our site, and that becomes a link to the button. And again, we have an internal option there as well if we want. Only thing I'm going to mention is that obviously these are static links. If you want to make a dynamic link in any way, then you would have to scroll down to your dynamic attributes, and within that you can create the link dynamically. So that would be typically a link that's maybe coming from a database or a route which requires parameters to be added or to be manipulated in any way. And also, if we're looking at our anchor images, we also have an attribute of our images source as well. And again, we can then choose our image source via our data picker from perhaps a database field or whatever. That would be the most common cause. So if you're static, you simply do it from the top of your properties panel. If it's dynamic, then you would do it typically through those dynamic properties. So let's just have a quick look and see that in action. It's very crude, I accept, but this, if we do this, we can look at that link. We can see our anchor button, and I'm just going to quickly check to see why that isn't where I suspect. I probably left something dynamic in there that shouldn't be in there. Yes, I'll just unclick that. Let's just open that back up again, and there we are. We see we've got Super Mario, and Super Mario takes us to the responsive demo. So that's how we use links. Straightforward enough. The three main ways of doing it, and I hope that now you'll see that it's a very simple process to be able to do once you know how to do it. So hope you'll join me in my next module, and thanks for watching.